In this lesson, I want to explain the force and torque link here. This is our collision base. And separate the simulation here to click and start. In general, no, it's this here. It's a simlab dominoes. You can click and drag. I want to explain the force with this example. And here the force, as you can see, this is an all dominoes that are collision base. Or when you select them, as you can see, all of them are its collision are enabled. And this arrow means in this direction we have pushed that object with a force, and the dominoes will be fall down and goes anywhere. And the simlab text will be appear. All of these dominoes are collision based, and it's do automatically. We just hit the force in this direction. Okay, I delete the link that I explained the force again. Insert the force. The first thing that you have to specify the selected affected solid. I want to force affect this object. Select that, and after that select the pick a location. In which location or point you want to this force will be affect. I want to, for example, default pick in this direction. As you can see, the force will be applied in this point, and everything is nice. Here you can change the mode between force and torque. Torque means rotational force that I explain in a second. This is an application local, application space local, or word. Word is by default it's a word and nice. It means if you hit a start, it will be just force in this direction and do not affect object anymore. It stays in the position. But if you select it, I have to first change the power of this force in magnitude function here. As you can see, this window will be open as before. Here you can specify the constants or sequence. I want to explain the most important thing here, sequence here. If you want to force a constant number, you can add any force constant here. As you can see, because of when you select the object, it's very dense, you need more force. Okay, we are in real time. Select more force, and now oops, as you can see, it's very powerful force, and as you can see, it's through the object because it's constantly affects that object for disposition force. As you can see, because of the word, it's maintained in position, and if you take it to the local, as you can see, it's very interesting happen. If you make it local, it snap to a position and just press that position constantly. As you can see, this is always in 500 pressure is force in this direction. But if you select a force and it's a reward, this force direction goes in this way always, as you can see, and through that object. It's very interesting. So you can understand difference between local and word is very important. And here you can specify the I want to explain the sequence. Okay, what is the sequence? I want to explain another thing here. For example, I'm going to virtual reality. Don't need to animation. Pick one of them here. Change its position. Make it a bigger. Okay. That's nice. Okay. I want to bring a force. Make it a little bit higher. And going to the simulation again, I want to redefine the system, make it as, because I changed the position of that object, it's take a part from the simulation system. I have to In a solid editing, define it as a solid, and everything is done. As you can see, it's a solid. I want to insert force here, affected object. I want to exactly force in the middle of this object, so I select middle of the edge loop in this green, and as you can see, it's force affected there. And here, if it is a location of force, it's wrong. It's inside the object. Here in the location, you can click on this to change the force direction. Okay, it's important. And everything is ready. I want to select the constant force by 100 at the first. As you can see, oops, it's fall down. Why is that? Oh, because of its in collision is does not active. And as you can see, the force is not enough for that. Select the object, user define. Oh, it's very dense. 10 kilogram is nice. And start. And as you can see, because it's exactly very dense mass here, it's object, you have to click in here and user define and change its mass in the kilogram. Okay, and now force affected. Interesting thing about the force here, because it's a constant number in the force. In here we have this number, make it half. It's constantly force the object and always constant to the end of the simulation time. Okay, and because of it's constantly force the object. Okay, and I want to explain what is the sequence in this window that is always in all of this. For example, when you enable motor, you need that. Okay, because instead of the constant, I select the sequence. It means you can specify in which second this force will be applied, in which second it's stop in sequence. You can make a sequence. Select this, and here the sequence editor. First, you can add here. I need. It's very simple. You have to select the function. For example, I need first the constant power of 19 in a duration of the, for example, 2 seconds. Okay, 2 seconds, and the weight is means in full power. And hit OK. And as you can see, the constant is here. And after that, another add constant, for example, another constant, and I want to make it a 0 power. And everything is okay. First, it's push it with 19 for 100 power, and then, and after that, make it 0. Hit OK, and OK, and start. Oh, its seconds is very, make a power down. Select it. Something complex here. Double click, make a power a little down. Okay. It's a lot of windows here. As you can see, it's push 2 seconds, and after that it stop. As you can see, you can make it a sequence, add any sequence to its power that you want. In a 2 seconds it will be stop, because first constant is 2 seconds and then another constant is 0. So you can programming your power force in sequence. It's very easy. First this and first that. And after that, you can add, for example, you can add a sine here. It's a sine wave. Look at this. This is an amplitude, this is an phase, and this is a sine wave. It's very interesting. Okay, which windows is it? It's a sine wave. It's an amplitude. It is the amplitude means that constant number, the power strength. For example, in 19, phase 2. Phase 0. This is phase. It's start from the 0. If you select any number, it starts from another part. And the frequency means, for example, if you select 2, it means 2 peak, negative and positive peak. 2 peak. For seeing what you see, what's your insert a number here you can see. It's full power and negative power, full power and negative power. See what happened here. Okay. It's acting during 5 seconds. And I want to delete them. You can see, okay, the sign power. As you can see, it's a stop, negative, stop. It's very interesting. It goes the negative and then push the positive and negative power number. Go this direction, go that direction, and go this direction. Okay, it's very interesting. This is on sine power. You can do another sine wave if you want. It's very interesting and easy. Okay, another mode for this force is torque. It means the torque is a rotational force in this direction based on the position of this arrow. Okay, and select, and instead of sequence, I want a constant number. I hit a more powerful strength until the start. And as you can see, it's rotated in this direction. Okay, so understand the torque. You select the axis of that object, that force. Based on this axis, it will be rotate. If you want to rotate in this direction, you can give the negative number in the constant. Start, and as you can see, it's very interesting. It's a constant power and it goes. It's very interesting simulation in simlab software. Okay, you understand force and torque. It's very easy and powerful. Hello my friends, to continue these tutorials on YouTube, subscribe us, like us, and hit the bell icon. And now you will be alerted about all of the amazing videos that we release.